y'all doing today? Um, I am actually starting my next broadcast. This is actually a game that I've been thinking about playing for a long time, but every time I get in this game, I find myself getting, playing a lot. Sometimes I get in there and play a little bit and get off. That's every once in a while, but usually end up playing hours and hours of this game because I love this game. This game is a really good game to me. I bought it kind of in my early phase of the PS4 before I really start buying more games. But I did have a lot of games at the time. But now this is the game. I'm playing it. I don't know. I have no idea if there is people say I'm playing this, um, but this is something that I want to do. I want to actually um, you know, broadcast games that it's probably that I love, that I like, and that people don't always play. Excuse me for just a second. I'm just logging into my PC. So okay, um, so this is Warriors Orochi 3 Ultimate, and this is a basically enhanced version for whatever version they made before. But I guess it could have been like a PS3 game, but I got it on a PS4. It was like my first ever purchase of playing of a Koei Tecmo game as I can think of, and I purchased this game. I fell in love with it ever since. It's been a while now, but usually when I do play it, I play a lot of it, and literally I can't tell you how long I have played this, but I have played it a lot, and I kind of wish they would show a record here that I can actually view at any time, but they don't, and that's kind of you know that's kind of bad, but I have played it a lot. If I take a character that I have used, for example, my favorite character was Sima Zhao, and I take him and I look at his stats just right now. I didn't play this game a lot. Now I played also Dynasty Warrior 8, which is Extreme Legends. I did play that one with Sima Zhao as well, and I played a lot of it, but not as much as this game. This game I played a lot. I played to the point where I had the first when I had the first drive in my system before I upgraded it to a 2 terabyte, and now I got a 4 terabyte USB, which is external drive. Um, I had actually played this game and got really far, in a story, in a gauntlet mode and whatever. And even I don't remember playing the Musu Battlefield at the time, but I did play a lot of or no, that's dual mode. I meant I didn't play a lot of dual mode, but I played a lot of gauntlet mode. And I played a lot of story mode, and within these modes, I got pretty far. I mean, if I go into it right now, I'm just going to story mode, for example. So, for example, this guy, look at this guy. I didn't kill that many players with this guy. He have 20,000 KOs, and he had actually more. Now they don't let me switch because it's of course it's kind of like changing itself. But these are the guys I mostly play with when I play in Gauntlet mode. But in a story mode, I play with like some of everybody. But I had a lot of KOs with them, and usually in a match you can get like a thousand KOs. If you actually play good enough, you get 1,000. If you go to the mission like where you just like beat the mission or whatever, beat the leaders and stuff like that. If you got the level to do it, um, um, pretty much, you could do it. You can like get past, you don't have to have that much KOs. But for me, I'd spend time on everywhere. In Gauntlet mode, for example, I would every level you play, I'll end up spending like at least 20, 30 minutes in that stage for a long time because they're like hour stages, but where they let you stay play throughout the time until that last minute, and then you will fail basically. But I didn't play this game so much that the first thing I did, and I'm gonna just go here. So this is a story mode, and what happened is I can go here and I can just show you, not that, but show you the officer info, for example. They all maxed out, and basically it's got promotions on this game for these characters. So I promoted them 9 times, which basically if you go to Call of Duty, that's prestige mode, and I prestiged them consider like 9 times. Um, so basically, they had about like 1,000 levels in here, or 9,000 or 999 levels, and I played a lot of games because even if you do like max out the level in a game, it's not like it goes over to prestige. You got to prestige them or consider like promote them, and then they can play. And so, I've played with these characters a lot just by just these characters alone. They the way I used to do it before, I can level them up or promote them almost every stage because I can make so much you know credit on this game, which basically is forgot what they call it, but shoot, I forgot what they call it, but I can make so much in it. So I play this game a lot, and this the mode I mostly play in. I play in this mode the most, and as you can see, even in gems a lot. Like basically, I can make I think I forgot how much I can make in gems. Actually, I think it's like 200,000. I don't remember, but in experience, because in this game not only that the characters can experience when they're on a field fighting, but you earn what they call growth points, and that's considered your experience points. And if I go to this character, for example, and I press X on this character, and I can start spending growth points. So as you can see, I only have like 426, and you see how much it costs to level up a character. I can make enough to promote them straight up out of from the beginning. I can just do it, and as you can see, a lot of my characters have levels, and it's not because I played with them. I did play with a few of them, but it's because I had the growth points, and I just like built them up to a certain level. Like if you build them up from 1, I think, to 21, your growth points doesn't cost much. Your growth points doesn't build up to 5,000 per level until after you hit 21. When you hit level 21, then it goes up higher. So basically, for every character, if you want to level up to 100, for example, even without promoting them, it will cost you about at least, I think, 420,000. So 420,000 it will cost you, and you got to get that in game. And normally, just playing this game, if you're trying to just like pass, like if you play the story mode, you're kind of just playing. You can level up your character, all depends, but it takes a longer process. If you play gauntlet mode, at the beginning it's a lot harder. You got to get your big dudes here because as you promote them, they basically allows you to earn more experience and all that stuff, so you can just like, or you could get more. So basically, I'm whatever older version of this game, they only allowed you to get 1,000. I think they only allowed you to get 1,000,000 growth points. I think no, actually, they only allowed you to get 100,000 in growth points, which is really just a point from it because it was 999, whatever. It was 100,000. Now they allow you to get as much as 99 million if you can. And for money, I don't remember if it was a limit for that, but I can make like 200,000, 200,000 or whatever in the game, which is a lot basically because I can go into the market, for example, and with the money that you see me have, if I go here, you see me with about 6 million right there, and crystals is good too. But you see me with that. If I go here and I buy a weapon or whatever, even some of the expensive weapons, I can afford it. Because I can get a lot of coins in one game, and I milk it so much that it's just like I'm telling you, it's so crazy. Even the crafting materials that it takes for these weapons or whatever, I can do a lot. And then a lottery tickets, you can earn that mostly on story mode, and when you earn that, now actually you might, yeah, I think you can earn it on story mode, and what that does is that allow you to get weapons, to get items for your characters, and every character got their own set of weapons, or weapons. So basically, you can do that, and in this case, I can show you that too. In this part, you see everybody got like 8 slots basically, and then 8 slots, of weapon that they can own only. You can uh 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 you can sell them, but you can buy them. And if I go into this, like for example, you see all the weapons, how much it costs. You also see the compatibility, which how much you used it, which you have to use it on them to build up the compatibility, which also builds the attack of the weapon. But for all these little what they call traits or abilities or whatever, those either it comes with the weapon or you put it on a weapon, and they cost materials or they are the material that you got to pick up or whatever, but at the same time they cost crystals and all that. And you see I got like 230 some crystals, which is a lot because some weapon comes with a little more like rarer abilities, and with those rare abilities, which is attributes is called on here, then you can they'll do special things, and you can actually look at the info. For example, like this is flame and wind. It's actually flame plus wind, so it's a combines the effects of the flame and wind weapon and attributes. So when you fight, the wind and the flame attacks the enemy, and then here is a wine occasion is merriment, which is actually a wine occasion appears after defeating an enemy, which is basically like little lives. It's like little healing things or whatever to heal your character. And a lot of this is important, but not as important for where I'm at, because I know what is limited, what's not, and some things I just don't care about. I can rig it to a point where I can make 1,000,000. Like I said, I can make 1,000,000 in growth points, which means I can prestige 2 guys, or I can prestige the same guy twice. If I put on and then with the money, 200,000, whatever, I can afford it. So any character you got, like if you playing with a character, or you want to play with a new character, you can do that. You can actually whatever money you make and you decide like, oh, I'm gonna play with this character, you can spend that on that character, even the growth points or whatever, and you can build that character up. Now I would advise that maybe at the beginning, maybe leveling everybody to maybe 100, but it's a lot of characters. There's over 100 characters on this game, and basically I almost got them all, and a lot of them come from the story and different things, but there's a lot of characters. Now when I go here and I sell using materials, I make my money here as well. So even in the game, if they only give me 100,000, 200,000, 40,000, whatever the number is, by the materials I pick up, which mostly is in gauntlet mode, which is a kind of tip that I would give, is that you get more materials in gauntlet mode. You get them in story mode, but you get them more in gauntlet mode. Now, in story mode, you get more weapons for the character. So if any character you play with, you will get more weapons for that character, which can be even rarer depending on the difficulty. You can get more. But the thing is, I barely play the story like that because I'm trying to beat the story. So I leave it on rookie or whatever. But every stage also have a difficulty accomplishment, which basically most likely is not exactly like that, but is what it is that you could be every stage on from the beginning rookie all the way up to whatever the hardest difficulty is, which I keep forgetting. But I'm really good enough to play any of the difficulties, even with my character. I just have to play with my max characters. So the higher the difficulty, the harder it is for your character's level. So basically, if he's like a level, I think like 10, level 20, rookie is the best. But if you do, but basically in stars, you wanna put it on 2 or 3 stars or whatever. But if you play it on, and the stars is actually just a tier. Like, the stars, like if you're on beginner, the star could be like, it's just like 10 dots. It's difficulty, but you could, if you have a character as a tip on level 40, he can kill. He can do everything himself. Like he can beat that 10 star on beginner. But if you play like whatever the second difficulty is, you got to at least probably move that up to 60 or 70, because it's like the level, it gets a little hard. So 40, you got to move it to 50 or 60 or something like that, a little higher. And then the best is 100. But when you really get more is when you actually not only get a better weapon, not only get better attributes for your weapons. Is when you start promoting your characters. Your characters get stronger on his stats. The only thing that doesn't get as strong, the only thing you can't max out is the speed of the character. This character, even though you can max it out with every character the same thing, but the speed doesn't make you faster. So it doesn't make you where you can shoot around a level. I can imagine if that speed was a hit higher than what it's showing, you would it wouldn't matter. But I'm gonna show you what I mean about that. So basically, just say I go into not him. I go into the upgrade zone. So all this is here. This is where you upgrade, your character. So every time you level up, after you first promote your character, you could use this towards your character's development. So the best thing that I would suggest is don't use it at all. The first 3 or 4 promotions, use it. I could give you a tip what to use it on, but look at the character development when he get to 100, and look at what he's lacking, and build that up if you want to. And then each level you want to build on just that at the end. You don't want to build it at the beginning, because if you do, you're kind of going to waste points on one of his stats, one of his attributes within his skills. And then the problem is that you wasted skill points, which you can't get back. And once you do that, then it's over. Now, in this case, you see that it's left over this amount. You'll probably look at it and say, why the speed is not up? Well, to be honest, that's a fast as it go, and they're pretty fast moving around. So imagine if that was 2 times or all the way in, they probably can speed through the level like nothing, So I think that's why they limited it, because at the same time, that's kind of like what they put there. But if they did do that, that would have been awesome. But this is where you promote them. And also when you go to the right, it tells you how much you put on that. And look at it right now. To be honest, look at this. He's already maxed, so there's no way he's promoting. And when you get to promote him, what's on the left side is where he at before the promotion. On the right side is where he's going if he get promoted. But because I can't promote him anymore because he's at max, you see what he's maxed out on. You see what I use, what tribute points I used, and in what specific categories. And to max that out, look where I used it on. But this will be his normal stats if he like did not get any build. But that plus over there is actually onto it, so it's not showing it, because the 488 is actually near half of the stats. The 234 is actually 75% of it. So you see where it's at and where I'm at right now. So this is what shows how I maxed out my skills. And in that point, because the character strengths, when you first look at it, for example, if I look at this guy, this is his normal strengths, but because he's on 50 something, it's not actually showing it. But this is where he at normally, because of nothing was added. This is where he at. This is where he at once he leveled up. But this is just the beginning of the next promotion. But because this guy is at the beginning, this is where he gonna look like on the next promotion. But because also before he's promoted, there's no stones, there's no attribute build for the character until after you promote him once. Once you promote him once, then the numbers, then you can start like adding to it, and then at each promotion you earn enough to add more on whichever. So whatever your character's weakness, you want to add on that. But that's just generally on there, and you could literally max out the stats on every character. There's always that possibility is there. You just got to be smart in your calculations, and it's better to wait until after the first promotion. All the stones he get, do not add it to him. Just let it add up. Let it go up, and after you promote him the first time, you look at it. Oh, okay, so he's about to go over here, and then you just add it on to that weakness or whatever you suffered with. Because to be honest, after the first promotion, you're kind of like gonna feel like, oh, should I promote him? If you don't play the game as much, I would say leave him 100%. Leave him 100, level 100, and go to your next character if that's the case. But if you play it a lot and then you realize some things or whatever, build, get enough growth points. When you build them up, level already have like, I think at least 21,000, or I think it's 20,000 growth points or something like that. Have that at your disposal before you promote them or something like that, and then when you get to promote him, then you can level him up to a certain level where he's good. And that's my strategy. Now, other than that, if you like me, and after you promote at least 5 of them within Gauntlet mode, just start raking up as much experience with those guys, which means that whatever experience they making, they ain't gonna be making no more. But whatever experience they're making, it's kind of like doubling into the growth point. So whatever they making, they're gonna be able to make more experience, which is automatically, in this case, if they was on some promotions under, they're gonna automatically go up. But before the next character, you able to take those growth points and build them up. And that's the idea. The idea is or the strategy is to build as much you need for them. But I've built to a point where I build other characters in a lineup. So if I get go on a story, because the story is going to heavily focus on every single character, you don't use them for certain stories, especially if you want to pass it with those specific objectives. You want to have those characters on their level, because not you're not going to proceed in the story, so you gotta work on them, because this is an ultimate version. They got other stories of the game, and basically the only way they unlock is by you playing those, beating those specific missions, and I'm gonna show you what that look like right now. So I'm gonna quit. Make sure you save at this point because it's bad. And oh, it was a story, my bad. I'm forgetting where I'm at. So okay. So what you do is, when you first start, you start on chapter 4, and I think you have some on chapter 1. No, chapter 3. I think you have some on chapter 3 and 4, or 1 and 4, 1 and 2, and you see how it goes back and forth. So you'll wonder why these orders here. But if you look at it, and I'm gonna show you, is that look at the missions and stuff, and look at the characters that's recommended. That's what's going to be important. It might not be important at first, but when you play that mission to unlock these mission, or some missions pops up later, you got to play with those specific characters. So those characters is what's important. Your current team you have, you could play with them, and you could dominate the section even afterwards if you want to just do that, even on difficulty if you just want to do that, and that'll be the level and whatever. And when you go to free mode or whatever, you'll just see that, and I'm gonna show you free mode right quick. But anyway, I'm not gonna show free mode yet, because I'm gonna show you this. But you got to play with the specific characters, and that's what this is all about. And then it proceed with the brackets, or new brackets they build. Like this is new. It just connected near it. And if you look up here, look at all these. These are new, and each of them does have a recommended character. And if you don't have the recommended character, I think what it does is it doesn't show you any bonuses. So if anything comes out, like whatever, or you don't see no progress, it's because you got to beat those levels with those characters. Cause they'll tell you, it'll kind of have that there. But other than that, this is where I'm at right now, and I'm taking my time, because this took heck alone to get to here. Because normally you do kind of beat the game on your own when you kind of like play normally through the story or whatever. But then, because on my last playthrough, when even though I didn't get this high on my last playthrough, I had played, like, consider I was in 4 chapters, and I was in 1, 2, 3, and 4, but I was trying to figure out where I was, whatever, like how to get to those other chapters. But as I started playing, I started realize, oh, they want you to play with these characters, and then when you get in a match, you gotta do certain objectives, so you gotta successfully complete them, and then that's when they start opening up new missions for me and all that. And then I just realized, oh wow, I gotta play with them all, and let me tell you, it's over. I said it's over 100 characters, but it's actually over 120 or 130. It's there somewhere. I think it's even 140. I think the exact number is probably 146 or 48 or something like that. And that's a lot of characters. You got characters from Dynasty Warriors, or Samurai Warriors, and Dead or Alive, got Ninja Gaidens, and some other game I don't remember. But they got them from there, and so pretty much you got a lot of characters to collect, and the way to collect them is also to play the mission, and encounter them, and beat them and stuff like that. And then when you do that, you get them. But then also when you earn the characters in Gauntlet mode, whatever you earn in story mode, you get in Gauntlet mode. But what it is, if you start Gauntlet mode too early, and you don't play the story, what happens is in Gauntlet mode, you got to build that character base as well. So in story mode automatically build a character. The story mode never changes. As I know of, I don't know if this is true, but I don't think you never start story over. But when you play Gauntlet mode, you actually can start the Gauntlet mode over. Now the thing is to play Gauntlet mode until you can what they call it, you can replay it. And basically what it is once you beat the last stage on there or whatever, then after connecting in the story, in all the stages, you can replay it. It has a replay feature, which once you click it, you starts it over, but you don't start it over only. You actually start a new section, a new a new section to play on, which is a lot harder and a lot rewarding. So that's Gauntlet mode. But in story mode, it never changes. You have a story mode, so everything you earn here, you can start off Gauntlet mode with it. So if you want a good team, like after you start playing Gauntlet mode and you realize, I can't play with these guys, but you start playing story and you like I got these guys, I love these guys in there, and I got these guys, but because you're gonna realize that in Gauntlet mode, there's a lot of characters that when you earn them, that can also. I think that can also enter story mode. Story mode never changes. So whatever you earn as a note, whatever you earn in Gauntlet mode, well, some things might be a little bit different, but I think anything you earn in Gauntlet mode, you kind of can get on story, but but some of them you can't. But in Gauntlet mode, a lot of things from story enters into there. So you kind of get a little bit more on Gauntlet mode. Probably to restrain that Gauntlet mode is probably more beneficial, But what you want to do is you want to earn whatever in story mode first, and then go to Gauntlet mode so you can put your favorite team together. Then with that favorite team, you want to get used to them, you want to play with them, or whatever, and you just want to grind. Now, me, it's Team Zhao, and it's his brothers from the Jin, clan or kingdom. And so from this, I will pick him. And then if you have any other character, if you find any other character, like for example, Lubu or whatever, or any whatever you can just switch it if you want to. Now I got a lot of good characters in here that I want to use, but the reason why I haven't did it because I've been playing with these characters so long, even from the beginning, that even when I started learning of these other characters and they became like some of my favorites in other games, I just decided like I'm gonna keep this crew and build them up and build those guys up. So then I might build them up at some point too. But to be honest, to promote every single character in the game to the maximum promotion and even to level 100 is going to take that many games, because for example, each character, you got to promote them 10 times, for level 100, for each character is going to cost you 420,000 growth points. You can get, if you're doing what I'm doing, you can almost get to a million, more every game. But the thing is, it costs you time. It costs you like you're gonna go like where I'm doing. You're not just playing a stage of a 60-minute, and you're not playing all the way through. But honestly, all the way through. But you play like at least 20 or 30 minutes of that level, and then you go to the next one. What it is, the more the levels connected, you're able to earn a bonus on top of it. So when you get to the next stage, when you end it, it's gonna give you more money. It's gonna give you money, I think then and there. I think it gives you something then and there, but it's gonna give you more. So when you get at the end, the bonus for it is a lot more, even though it doesn't really show it like a bonus for this. But what it does is it gives you that bonus, as you play, because you'll realize that. Like if I play one stage and I'm standing there for 30, 40 minutes grinding, killing probably, I forgot how many, you can kill, but like maybe 5,000, 7,000, whatever. You come out, you get like 200,000, growth points, or you get maybe 400,000 or whatever. But then you realize if you play this other one, you got 400,000 or 200,000 there. Normally you go to the next one, you realize when you complete it, they give you 600,000. And you're like, for 2 stations, I got way more, and I spent the same time that I was spending this one, or lesser, but because I got that, and because it was a lot grinding, a lot more, depending on the difficulty, I got more. So you want to play multiple stages, that they're gonna have in Gauntlet mode, and so this is a lot of stuff I'm covering. So basically, if I was actually have to like create content for it, I would have to create multiple videos that show you different tactics, different things that you can do, and stay on point on one thing at a time. But this is me broadcasting, and I was thinking about playing it, so I've been really just talking for like 30 minutes, and there's a lot to talk about. But it's only because there's a lot of characters to also cover, and I haven't really played with them all, or I have played with a lot of them actually, but I haven't played with them all, as in I haven't really like played through them all. But their skills is about the same. I think they do get new skills as they level up. Like they do, I think, get more attacks, more like proficiency within a weapon or whatever. But the thing is, their attacks is a little bit more basic. So it's limited. It's limited. It's not like on other game where after you get to 40 or 60 or 80, whatever, they get new moves and they new bigger combos. They don't have that kind of combos here. So anybody that is playing these games, if you find this one, you're like, oh wow, this is the ultimate version. This is what got more characters in it, got all this, got including these different characters from the games. It does, but what it doesn't have is all of the latest part. Is I already closed my door. It doesn't have all the latest. Close the door. Get down. Close the door. So anyway, so I think I'm probably gonna close this video soon, but I was gonna actually get into some gameplay a little bit, but I have wasted the time. But every time I play this, I'm always like, like planning. I get up in here, I try to play, but I haven't played in a long time, and I literally, when I was out of work, I played this like crazy. When I got a job, temporarily before I got the job I got now, which, I was playing this like constantly, and I got it, I think at that time, which was a little early, but it was my, I felt like I said, I fell in love with it. I played, the first time I played through, I played a lot. The crew that I got, like, that I promoted 10 times, is 5 of them that actually got promoted 10 times. Or 9 times. That crew, I did it almost twice already, because I played on a 500 gig drive, but I had a save game or whatever. Now when I got the 2 terabyte, which a little later, I did the same thing. I had to start all over. So pretty much, when I came back this time, I came back learning more and getting further. So now, like, when playing it now, it's like I'm further ahead. I can play it. I can end up playing more. I'll get tired like anyone else. I might jump off after an hour, 2 hour, depending on where. But if I really get into it, I can end up playing this like for hours. I found myself playing 5 6 hours almost each time I was playing it, because I was just like, like building up on it. But then what I would do is I would try to make time for other things, like jump off of here and play something else. I was playing Diablo too, and some of these games, they don't tell me the time I played it, but I literally played probably 200 plus hours, or maybe even more, because the first playthrough I probably put in like 100 hours or more into this game already. And then, just playing Gauntlet mode just like run up that time, because you basically, and let me show you what Gauntlet mode, and let me show you what I'm doing. So in Gauntlet mode, let me continue. So at any point, just a tip, if you start this Gauntlet mode at the beginning and you realize this is not the team you want, and you realize you got more character in the story, the tip for you is that restart the Gauntlet mode, because it's not a big deal at the beginning. Restart the Gauntlet mode and put your team together. Your first 5. It's only your first 5, and then the rest of them you still gotta earn. You still gotta earn the rest, but what you do is you put your five best guys, and you can actually level them up, and they never change their level. If they go on story or they go on Gauntlet mode, they keep the same level. So pretty much, as long as you reset stats in the options or whatever, you're good. If you got the level and you realize I'm playing with this character more in story, I want him in there, but I'm playing with these guys, but some of these guys not that good, but I got guys in the story mode that I want to play with, or that is good. Do that. Go to the story and see if you got all the characters for sure from that you had on Gauntlet mode, because whatever character you have on Gauntlet mode that is your best, you kind of want to know if you got that in your story mode too, so you can get them. Because if not, then you reset Gauntlet mode and still you'll kind of be left kind of lacking a bit. So the best thing to do is find 5 characters that you have in Gauntlet mode, but that maybe maybe if you have 5 here, that is in your story, or maybe a few that you don't mind missing because the characters in the story is better, then you want to do that. Now, if you have 5 characters in the story that you got beasting or whatever, for some case, then you can just restart Gauntlet mode and just put those guys in there. And what that'll do is that'll make it a lot easier for you to earn and get farther in your story. I mean, in the Gauntlet mode, not a story. The Gauntlet mode is just really like a playground. It's just really like a way for you to level up, enjoy, challenge yourself, earn items, get better. Stuff like that, because you can craft in here, you can do different things, just similar as a story mode. But the only thing here is that you earn more items that can allow you to get better equipment. When if you was on story mode, you get more weapons. But then let me give you the tip here. You have attributes that goes on your weapon that you could put on there in a slot that you can actually earn by beating an officer, you can pick up an item, as in or materials, or you can pick up weapons. So you can kind of put that on them. But once you put it on there and you replace it, you with another considered attribute, you will lose that attribute, other attribute that you replace. So it's kind of like a loss in that situation. But if you play a lot of gauntlet mode, you do earn a lot of them as a drop. They do drop more of those items compared to when you're on story mode. When you're on story mode, they drop a lot of items. So if you play a stage, if you could play the hardest on the stage, I'm just being honest, if you can play the hardest on the stage, you end up getting high level items. And the good thing about that, and I'm gonna tell you right now, the good thing about the high level items is that, for example, if you go to the store and you realize, like, you get ready to go purchase an item for this character and this guy, 35,000 for this weapon, you like, I want it. For example, I'm just saying you want it, and you was be able to play higher levels, even though you earn those weapons automatically. In this case, a lot of these weapons, even specialer weapons, like if you go in here, these is considered like special weapons. They give you more. But just say you want to get like a higher weapon, but the character got, like, just say for example this weapon. Let me go to sell right quick. And stuff, and show you how much these weapons cost. So for example, this weapons don't cost that much because, of course, whatever, but the higher the level of the weapon is the better. So let me see if I can find one. So for example, look at this. This is like 600 gems. Not to me, they not that much, but they got some weapon that you can sell for like thousands or whatever. And so basically, what that is that if you play on the harder difficulties, you do earn more. So, and then at some point, because if you play it long enough, they would keep adding, like, they'll just say if the player who is. Oh, that must be someone on the wall. All right. Anyway, so I don't know who that was, but so what happened is, what you want to do is you want to play on a stage on the story mode. If you want to earn a weapon for a specific character, you want to play on the stage, play on the stage, and you want to actually you want to play on the stage, and you want to get as far as you can with that character and difficulty. And if you could play on a pretty hard game, you earn weapons like near that level, like near 3 or 4 or 5 stars. And so imagine if you play the hardest difficulty with a character of your best, you earn more. And what those weapons do, because they got crystals on it or whatever, they'll be worth thousands. Like, they won't be worth hundreds, they'll be worth thousands. And what that'll do is that allow you to sell and make a lot of money on it, and even make crystals. Because when you sell it, for example, like if I sell this weapon here, this weapon, think about it, this weapon is a special weapon. It's not even a star weapon. It's not even a 1 to 5 star weapon. It's a special weapon, which has got this little circle star kind of like or circle rigid logo. Look how much it costs, like 5,000. And it'll give you 5 crystals. So this is like a way you can earn gems and crystals too. But this is gauntlet mode. So gauntlet mode earns items, which you're gonna make more on orbs and materials. And the more higher you get on here, the more stuff you get. If you go down a list, look at how much these things cost. You'll find yourself selling plenty of it and making a lot of money, over that too. But I have made get down. But I've made a lot of gems off from here. What's up? This is my little niece right here. She thinks she owned the place. No, but anyway, yeah. This is my niece right here. So she'll be interrupting at times. Just what? Okay, so she watch a lot of YouTube, so it's a lot of things she say that I don't even understand, but sometimes I'll catches it here and there and it sounds cute. So but yeah, this is what I'm covering. This is the broadcast. It's not really a video I created like for this reason. I just was gonna play it a little bit, but then I end up start talking about it because there's a lot of stuff to talk about on this game. And even though like a lot of it is still gameplay, a lot of it is whatever, a lot of it is goals I have for this game, like little goals I created for it, and I can end up playing this for, like I said, hours, even just talking about it for hours. Even if someone was in here, that was new and they just wanted to know about it, I would I would have a lot to cover, because there's some tricks, there's some strategies, there's things I learned through the play the few playthroughs, or somewhat playthroughs, because beating a normal game is kind of like a playthrough, but because it got extra, I didn't really. I'll say just the first playthrough I was going by, playing, I didn't complete it, but there was a lot that I've done, and basically it's because you gotta level up your characters, and by playing it, even if you're on beginner, I don't change the difficulty. I don't change the difficulty, but what it is, you still gotta level up the characters. Like every 2 stars, you gotta level up basic character for every star 5 levels. If you play them lower, you ain't gonna really get it. If you get 100, you know, if you get a 100 experience, you can basically uh. Hey, you start talking to my camera. I'm talking. I'm the main protagonist here. So I think this broadcast just became her broadcast. So it's not about Orochi Warriors 3 no more. Ultimate. It's about Irie. She killed everybody here. She destroyed the game. She turned it off. Okay, but that's pretty much it. I'm gonna stop it, but this is really just a video I just wanted to throw out there. I was gonna actually play a little bit of it and then explain, talk about it. Then, like I said, I could end up playing this for hours, but I'm gonna actually stop, go to another game I barely started, and I'm gonna go to another game right now while I can. I might end up playing Dynasty Warrior 9 though, but I'm thinking about also going to Monster Hunter Worlds. I thought about playing that, but other than that, I went pretty far because I haven't beat this game 100% yet. And what I mean by 100%, I don't even know. I know there's probably trophies for this game, but I haven't beat this game. All of the story, and the Gauntlet, there is sections. So if I go to Gauntlet, for example, if I go to the actual story. So you see these parts here. I'm in the that crystal. I was in the red crystal part. When you beat the game and then you restart over, you get these crystals, back. You get the crystals back to play them if you want to play them. But I started in the red, went to the yellow, and now went to the blue. Next is purple. Purple is the hardest, so I haven't got there yet. But that's how many games I played. Consider how many games I played. Every stage you clear, you get one of those crystals. So I played 51 of them. Actually, to be honest, I think. Let me see. Let me see something. Actually, no. Wait a minute. Oh no, I'm in the yellow actually. No, I'm in the purple actually. I'm supposed to be in the purple. Okay, I gotta lead it to it, but then some of it, because I don't have it, like if I don't have any of the blue or any of the purple, I won't be able to play it. So I have to like beat the game. So I beat the game on the first one with the red, but I haven't beat with the yellow yet. So because I was planning on to, so I went a little ahead of myself here, but I haven't played it all the way. But the more you play it, or you beat it, whatever, and you go to the next, the more you will get. So I thought I played this twice though, to be honest. But I think what happened is I don't remember. And then they got DLC, which I haven't played. DLC is not really that hard, but I haven't played it. And the links, which is the battlefields, that's the stages, that's the like the rounds, And that's what I was talking about. The more it is, the better, You get that up high, you can basically earn more. And so the higher the stars are, the higher those levels are, is considered how the difficulty are. But if I go out here and I play the story, for example, and I'm gonna show you this if I jump off. And let's just say I begin to advance, and I play the stage. Let's say I use, let's say, the recommended team. See, they got these levels here. So the higher the level, the better. And that's the same with Gauntlet mode. In Gauntlet mode, this is considered easy. So this is probably the red, and then it goes like that. Then it's the blue, and then it's the purple, or the yellow, blue, and then purple. So that's the indications for the difficulty. But once you get to those difficulties, it gets harder, but the items gets better. So it means if you can rig something where you can play it on the highest difficulty and earn the best from it, you're good at the beginning. But in this case, you kind of, if you want to go to completing the game or whatever, that's the good part. You know, that's a good feature about the game. So there's a lot of stuff on here that I can cover that is really nice. But at the same time, there's some things I did wish for and things I can talk about. But just covering the strategies that I'm going by, or just playing or whatever, or once I'm in a battle and whatever, there's a lot on here. And this is what I like about this game. It's got so much stuff to it. It's very limited in some areas, but it's cool. Now, the next game, which is another game that I play, but I'm not going to try to broadcast it right now. I'm not going to try to play it, and that's Extreme Legends. Actually, I should broadcast it, so I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to stop this video now, and then I'm going to broadcast the next one. So, thank you for watching.